Hello, beautiful people. I'm Chris Maddox, founder of the Wild Woman Project and Wild Woman Fest. And I'm speaking to you today because we always meet like this at new moon time. And the new moon is upon us. So it arrives on February 4th, 2017, and it initiates a moon cycle which will carry us all the way through March 5th. So here at the Wild Woman Project, we share in a theme each and every moon cycle as a way of really getting to know ourselves a little more deeply, getting to understand the world a little more deeply, and, generally just sort of keeping it interesting, having a point of inquiry, something we're thinking about, something we're, rolling around in our minds and exploring out in the world. So this moon cycle at the Wild Woman Project, we will be exploring and celebrating the friendships in our lives for their evolutionary and revolutionary effect that they have on our individual lives, on our communities, small and large, and then of course on the largest scale for us as human beings, in our life and our shared life on Earth. So friendships, and specifically friendships that help and allow us to grow. So just so you know, this is part of a larger exploration that we started in September. We started in early fall. And using the astrological house system, we are looking at these different life areas each and every moon cycle. So now, deep in under this new moon in Aquarius, which has a kinship with the 11th house of friendships, and with the revolutionary energy and the evolutionary energy that is the Aquarius archetype, that's how we're finding our theme. And this one in particular is a very natural one for those of us here at the Wild Woman Project who are either deeply involved or are interested and inspired by the work that we do. So, this impulse to find other human beings, friends, and to sit down and to be real, to take off the masks that we normally wear, to stop the posturing that can happen, and the proving of oneself, and all of the many ways that we have to really separate who we truly are from others. So this idea that there can be friendships in our lives that are safe spaces for us to really be ourselves, to relax, and that could be, to have friends in our life where we can be silly, and we don't have to try very hard, and we can be honest about what we're going through, what our struggles are, what our hopes are, what our desires are, what our fears are, and that in the container of friendship, where there is a genuine care and a love and an attention that we give to it, that everyone involved in that friendship grows. That we naturally, as we build friendships, we are building different parts of ourselves. We are exploring new things. I know for myself, I have friends in my life who do such a variety of things, from school teachers to herbalists to therapists to musicians to people who have weird tech jobs that I don't understand, all of these different people who have maybe an expertise in a certain area, or maybe they have a certain gift. I have certain friends who are unbelievable listeners. I have other friends who give fantastic advice. I have other friends who are just bring the party. They're so much fun. I have other friends who bring a depth of feeling and emotion, and just, all of these friends with their unique vantage point and their unique being. They influence who I am. And I think that in so many ways, we are so social. We're social creatures, human beings. We really influence one another. So that's why this month, this moon cycle, we're really going to look deeply at this area of our life. We're going to look at our friendships. And that's our close friends, our friend groups, and even like groups that we're connected to, let's say alumni groups or something. You've done a certain training, or you're involved in activism together, or in some sort of community, reach out together, or you go to the same church, or, whatever it is, each other as a community or a group. And we're starting this new moon of just calling those relationships in our lives, our true friendships, and bringing the awareness that, like, okay, I'm going to think about this for a moon cycle. I'm going to notice, which friendships and which groups really, really like help me to grow. Which friendships and groups help me to contribute to the greater good. Which friendships inspire creativity and co-creation, and just kind of like look at that. What do each of these friendships bring to our lives? So this new moon, we're going to start with really observing how we're showing up for these friendships currently, with no judgment. We're just, how are we showing up? Am I present? Do I regularly engage in this friendship, or is it in need of some tending and some time and some love? And really at this new moon time, setting intentions, getting clear on how we want to show up in our friendships, what they mean to us, and that be our starting place. What are my values here, and how can I live into them? So that, we are in this area of our life, just like we have explored many areas so far, and we have several more to go. We're looking at our friendships and we're saying, how can this area of my life be an expression of my deepest values? Like, it's essentially like, how can I do my best right now in this life area? So that's a really, really beautiful thing. I want to read to you a quote from Amy Poehler. Amy Poehler writes, "Find a group of people who challenge and inspire you. Spend a lot of time with them, and it will change your life." So that's a really perfect quote coming from that source, Amy Poehler. If you don't know who she is, she's a fantastic actress and sketch comedy artist, improv aficionado. And, one of the friendships that I have admired and on the world stage, for many years, is the friendship between Amy Poehler and Tina Fey. The way in which it's been for many years such this embodiment of a friendship wherein you have two wildly talented people who are genuinely just loving each other up, doing whatever they can to elevate the other. Whether that's in their comedy that they do together, like, it's so funny. It's just like top shelf, like they're really pushing each other into mastery, as well as obviously being a supportive friend, bestie to one another. So I love that quote coming from Amy Poehler. And she's a person that I think is connected to a lot of different groups and really lives by those words. Find a group of people who challenge and inspire you, spend a lot of time with them, and it will change your life. So that's the kind of friendship that we are looking towards and exploring this moon cycle. So if the idea of really dropping into this theme, this new moon, sounds interesting to you, you have two options. The first option is you can join in one of the Wild Woman Project circles that are happening all over the globe in 17 countries with trained facilitators. You can expect to come into a non-judgmental space where you can explore using meditation, visualization, sharing, intention setting rituals, and lots of fun surprises. That's one option. Highly recommend. And another option, if you're, for whatever reason, you can't make a circle that's near you, or you're just feeling like dropping into this in a solo way, I have created Your New Moon Retreat. There is a pretty potent meditation or visualization to help you get really clear inside. And then I've made for you a New Moon magazine with all sorts of inspiration quotes, ideas to work with, and some journaling prompts that will be really helpful in exploring this theme. So you have either of those two options to start this moon cycle, where our theme is revolutionary friendships. That's our aim. So before I leave you with my final quote I want to leave you with, I want to make two announcements. Number one, Circle Leader training is coming up this spring. There's a link below this video. So if the idea of holding your own circle, learning more about the moon, learning how to lead a visualization or a meditation or ritual, if that stuff seems interesting and exciting to you, check out the link below this video. We'd love to have you if it's a good fit for you. And second announcement is it's 2019, which means we are looking towards our annual Wild Woman Fest. So that happens in August 2019. It's our 6th year. It's on top of a mountain. It's fabulous. So again, link below this video if you want to see if that's something you'd be interested in joining us for. Get on the email list and we will give you more details about what happens at Wild Woman Fest. With that said, I'm wishing you a soul-nourishing new moon time and lots of fun exploring this theme, lots of fun exploring what kind of a friend you're being, and reveling in the friendships that exist in your life, whether you have one or two really special friends, or if you have big networks of friends, it matters not. Mostly that we explore them, we celebrate, we love them up. So I'll leave you with the quote from the Beatles: "I get by with a little help from my friends." Lennon-McCartney. So John Lennon, Paul McCartney talk about a revolutionary, world-changing friendship. So enjoy your new moon time. And if you are ever desirous of inspiration, support, etc., you can always visit us at thewildwomanproject.com.